Oh, welcome back my gardening friends. We're in the greenhouse on plot 1, hashtag starting a new allotment. Don't forget to go and pay all those videos a visit from when I first started here 2.5–3 years ago. It shows every step. This is the compost that we was rejuvenating in the greenhouse for my Christmas potatoes. And as we pan round, we've got the containers here. Now there's 2 good shovelfuls gone into the bottom. There's more than 4 inches in there. I'm not putting the potatoes right at the bottom. So first of all, I'm going to add a little bit more of my liquid plant food. This should give the roots plenty to go at. Coming from the other angle. This should attract the flies and keep them away from my grapes. So that's enough for there. I'll add another shovelful of compost. This is my homemade compost. I'm adding nothing else as normal. So at least the potatoes aren't going to be sitting in that liquid. Now these seed potatoes aren't in the best of conditions, but we know potatoes will grow anywhere and everywhere. They're slightly shrunk, but they have got some really good green, healthy looking sprouts on them. So the middle container will hold these roosters. Now one of my subscribers heard that I'd actually eaten the potatoes that were going to go in here, so he's offered me these to use up, and we only need a few to grow for a few Christmas potatoes. So the roosters are going to go in this middle one, and then the rockets can go either side, and they'll stay in the greenhouse till the end. Get a shovelful of compost on the top just to settle them down. And I'll top them up as soon as I've got the other bags done, and I'll bring you back shortly. If it'll actually stop. So that's my 3 containers. They're 56-litre containers. The compost's already been rejuvenated. I've given them a bit more liquid plant food at the bottom with some more of my liquid foods. So the compost should have enough in it to give us a few small potatoes for Christmas Day. So at the front we've got rockets, there's 4 seeds. In the middle we've got rooster, 4 seeds, and right at the back we've got 3 seeds. They were the bigger seeds, so I'll put the 3 biggest seeds together. So hopefully by Christmas, with the protection of the greenhouse, we may get a few potatoes, fresh ones anyway, for the table. Let's move on to the summer fruiting raspberries. This is where I planted all the autumn fruiting raspberries, and if you remember my little experiment, we left some of them in here. Now they're the ones that have gone brown now, and all the new shoots have come from underneath. Didn't get no fruit off these right at the end, and as you can see the ones that we've actually left in have gone off, but the raspberries wasn't very nice at all, so I won't be doing that again. But that's what you've got to look for when you actually prune the summer fruiting. So you can see all those lovely green shoots, and then you've got these brown ones. These are the ones that you need to take out, and I'll be doing these shortly. So these are the raspberries next to the manure runoff bin. Getting plenty of manure off that. The liquid far too much, he says, never get too much. But these are all done. These are the autumn gold raspberries, and as you can see now, all the old wood has been taken out, and now they're all been tied in one way or another, whether they get held on from the support wire, or I've gone from a strong branch to another one, just to hold them all in, because these won't fruit now till next year. Let's have a look at the ones in the fruit cage, and I'll show you what I do to increase the harvest for next year. So now we're in the fruit cage with this one summer fruiting bush. If you remember, we were harvesting absolutely loads of these lovely purpley looking raspberries. We've had now about 24 punnets from this, really productive, and on its first life we had 2 main shoots, and each year it increases. You can see here where I've cut out the old dark wood and I've tied them all in. I have a tendency not to do these sort of jobs, and then I pay the price. If you remember, I cut the tops out because they end up going through the top. So we've cut it off there. Now look at all these lovely shoots. Now all these shoots will give it a head start. It hasn't been long since I've done this, you recall, and that's how I managed to get that many. It works for this variety. I'm not saying it works for all varieties, but we should end up getting even more next year. So that's how I do my summer fruiting raspberries. The removing of the old, leaving the new, tying in and taking the tops out. And if that one there touches the roof, I'll take that top out, because you can't get the raspberries when they're through the wire. The birds might be able to, but I can't. I've had to remove one of the blackcurrant bushes, not because I wanted to. This is the second year that the fruit's dried before it's ready, so it's gone. And everything else is being really productive, taking little and often, keeping it nice and fresh. These are new bushes and they've done really well. And this is the view the birds get when they look at my red currants and they can't get to them. This fruit cage has been really successful and is getting many views throughout the growing season. Thanks for watching, guys, commenting, subscribing and everything else. Really do appreciate it, and I hope you're all getting a plentiful fruit and vegetable harvest, even though here in the UK the weather conditions are very unseasonal. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.